Thinking about moving to San Francisco? I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you do and everything that they don't tell you. So before you think sipping your $9 latte in front of the Golden Gate Bridge is a fantastic idea, we're going to talk about everything. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Bay Area's go-to real estate channel. My name is Derek, and if you're new here, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel where you can get all things Bay Area living and Bay Area real estate. We dive deep. We tell you what nobody else tells you. One of the only honest, completely transparent information channels you can get out there. So without further ado, let's talk about San Francisco. Hi, I'm a Bay Area realtor. So what is, of course, the number one talking point for me in my profession? What about home prices? What are they doing? The San Francisco median home price is a cool $1.6 million. The good news is that's down 7% from year over year. Oh, maybe you want to come to San Francisco and you just want to check it out before you decide you want to buy a home here. What is the median rent for San Francisco? Well, for most of San Francisco in general, it's about $3,200, the second most next to NYC, where I also go back and forth to. I love NYC. But anyway, it's about $3,200. Now, that's not to mean that you can't get a place for $3,000 or less, but as a whole, the median is about $3,200. So how much money do you actually need to make in order to live here comfortably? Well, according to statistics, everything included, including the median home price and what you would pay for your mortgage and property taxes and fees and going out and all that stuff, you would need to make about $400,000 combined household income. Disclaimer, that is not stating you for sure need $400,000 and you can't live here. No, but that is, in general, a rule of thumb. If you're looking to buy a home, what your combined household income needs to be for you to be comfortable where you're not living check to check. So unless we got a couple of doctors in the home or a couple of tech, world-class expert tech engineers, as you see, this is why San Francisco is so hard to live. Number two, let's dive deeper into the cost of living, since that's so much fun to talk about. So, tax rate in San Francisco, about 8.7%. San Francisco is 82% higher than the national average. Gas per gallon at the recording of this video is about $5.60. I have to cut. I can't believe that. Hold on. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. That's insanity. But going back to some other costs in San Francisco. So what are groceries? Groceries are a cool 40% higher than the national average. You think you'll go out and just grab a quick salad for lunch? That's gonna cost you about $20. But don't worry, when you get your drink, it comes with a paper straw. Now you see where that $400K is going for you to live comfortably? Now, let's move on to number three, crime. What is the good old crime rate in San Francisco? Good news is, according to stats, violent crime is actually down. According to statistics, violent crime is down 12%, so that is good. However, property crime is sky high. San Francisco, at the time of recording this video, is reporting about 50 car break-ins a day. So we kind of joke it's kind of a rite of passage to get your car broken into. Probably not once either. But living in any big city comes with some of the perks like convenience. So maybe, just maybe, if you live and work in San Francisco, you won't need to own a car unless you absolutely have to have one. That will save you on the car break-ins. Homeless is still an issue. Yes, there are still visible homeless encampments around the city, specifically in Soma, Tenderloin Civic Center, and other parts of the city. In some areas it has gotten better, in other areas it hasn't. It's just part of big city living, unfortunately. No matter where you go, San Francisco, LA, Oakland, New York, Miami, and a lot of these major cities, you are going to encounter homeless. Relocating from another city or state that does not have that problem, it can be a bit of a culture shock, okay? So I just want to warn you, there are people that are paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month upwards for their nice luxury condo, but also do have homeless sleeping outside right there at the entrance, okay? So again, if you're not familiar with it, be prepared. It is a culture shock. However, again, there are still great parts of the city. San Francisco is amazing. So don't let the news scare you. Don't let the headlines scare you. There are plenty of people that have lived in San Francisco most of their life, if not all their life, or have just relocated there and have no issues. It's about being educated on San Francisco as a whole, which is why I'm here. If you're relocating from another part of the country or just in the Bay Area as a whole, obviously you are wondering about jobs. Maybe you're relocating because of a job. Maybe you are looking for a job. What is the job market in San Francisco? You do have major tech employers here. So Salesforce, OpenAI, otherwise known as ChatGPT, Google, Uber, tech companies like that, all reside in San Francisco. So there are a plethora of opportunities, especially if you are in tech. The tech layoffs did slow in 2025, so it wasn't as bad as it was last year. Salesforce Tower still sits largely empty, along with their huge business park that they purchased right at the beginning of 2020. So that's a terrible deal. And 7% of the population did vacate San Francisco in early 2020. A lot of that was due to the pandemic. San Francisco is bouncing back. It is one of the slowest bounce back cities in the country from the pandemic. They are still reeling up from 2020. It's not as vibrant as it was pre-pandemic, but they are coming back and job opportunities are there. If you are looking to relocate to San Francisco, go ahead and comment down below. I can give you my guide about everything you need to know about San Francisco, including the best neighborhoods to look at. Also, again, please consider liking and subscribing. But let's talk about the positives, okay? So enough with the truth about certain things that nobody likes to hear, but let's talk about the positives. Why do people still love San Francisco? Well, San Francisco weather could be a plus for many, it could be a negative for many, okay? It is a little bit bipolar, for lack of a better word, okay? San Francisco does change frequently. It could be 40 degrees, 45 degrees in the morning, warm up all the way up to 75 degrees in the afternoon, and then drop back down to 40 degrees, 45 degrees a couple hours later. So it is quite crazy, especially when curl the fog rolls around, okay? But San Francisco is still a top place for weather outside of places like LA, things like that. It does usually maintain, I'd say, between 60 and 70 pretty much year round on average. With that being said, you have a plethora of outdoor activities, okay? Parks are amazing. Golden Gate Park is always fantastic. You can go on bike rides, you can go on hikes, you can go explore the city, you can drive around the city, you can take other modes of transportation. Outdoor activities are amazing in San Francisco. On top of that, you have a ton of beaches, okay? So again, going to the beach in 55-degree weather isn't fun, but when it does warm up to that 70, 75 degrees, the beaches in San Francisco are amazing. I've done other videos regarding things to do in San Francisco and all the best spots and beaches and things like that. I'll link that video up here. Aside from the abundance of outdoor activities to do, there's also an abundance of indoor activities to do, along with just amazing eateries, food, culture, and diversity. The food is top notch here, so if you are a foodie like myself, you are absolutely gonna love it here. Every neighborhood kind of has its own feel. It is very much similar to New York in that sense. So no matter what kind of food or culture or tradition you want, you can go into the Mission, you can go over to Noe Valley, you can go over all types of different places and get just food crazy. We touched on this before. The convenience of San Francisco is also amazing. So no matter how you get around, no matter how you want to get around, you do have your choice. So aside from just the typical Uber and things like that, I mean, BART runs throughout the city. Muni trains and buses run throughout the city. Depending on where you live and work, it's as easy as sometimes quick mobile device like a scooter or a skateboard or something like that that can get you around. I know plenty of people that own their own bicycles, things like that. So no matter how you want to get around the city, that is a very convenient thing to do. Finally, the education system. Okay, some of the schools are absolutely fantastic. The colleges are top notch. So if you do have somebody of age, whether it's high school, college, or even elementary schools, you can always find a good school to attend to. Now, again, I'm not saying all schools are good. San Francisco does struggle in certain areas with school district as well, but depending on where you're at, they do have top-notch schools available. All my San Francisco viewers, go ahead and comment down below your favorite parts of the city or what people moving here may want to look out for. If you are relocating to San Francisco or the surrounding areas, go ahead and reach out to me. My contact information is always in the description below. Otherwise, again, please feel free to like, comment, and share on this video. It helps me grow, keeps me motivated. Comment guide down below if you do want my neighborhood guide. Otherwise, we will see you on the next one.